I know, what?
Imagine.
Imagine what?
So imagine that there's this idyllic pool of water, and there are these sheep people jumping around, splashing, having a great time, and it's all like meh, 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 bah, bah, and you hear some bells in the distance and stuff like that. And this is a holy bath that these sheep in the Sheepoverse partake in only once a year as their guide commands. And then up above in the pool, to the precipice, the rock cliff, comes the Archbaasheep, adorned in regalia as he proselytizes, telling the ancient tale of way back when history first began, at the dawn of the Sheepoverse, when fells and fields were plentiful of oat and barley for the common land to feast in endless bounty.
Stop. What the hell is an Archbaasheep?
Yeah, okay. You're confused.
Well, you just said Sheepoverse, so I'd say, yeah, I'm pretty confused.
Yeah, I can understand why you'd be confused. Alright, let me try this again. Have you ever heard of the Anabaptists? Because this whole rock opera is essentially a historical, analogical retelling of that medieval history. And other than the fact that they're sheep people, it's basically just history turned up to 11 and made psychedelic and progressive.
I don't understand half of what you just said.
Have you ever heard of the Anabaptists?
Definitely not, dude.
But certainly you have heard of Martin Luther.
German monk, right? And he nailed some stuff to some stuff, and then like the church or some stuff.
Yes, exactly. And he wasn't happy with the Catholic Church, so his actions became the catalyst for the Protestant...
What is the Protestant Reformation? That's what it was, okay. Yeah. But get to the point, because I'm really, really grown concerned for your mental well-being.
Hey now. Get it? Hey now? I'm getting there, okay? So this whole thing is about the history of one radical sect of the Protestant Reformation, and they're called the Anabaptists. Because all of the characters are different kinds of Christians. Well, hey, Baadience members! Hey, Baadience! Anyone in my Baadience know who the Shepherd Cheese Nuts leads?
His flock. His flock. Alright, so that's why they're sheep people.
Yeah, like the Bible basically just has a whole bunch of references to sheep. Yeah.
I guess that makes sense.
that makes sense.
That makes sense.
So one of the main deals with the Anabaptists is that they believe that adults should willingly choose to be baptized instead of just being baptized as babies. So that's why my sheep people bathe in holy pools of water either once or twice a year, depending on their religious sect. That's it. And they're sun worshippers.
Where in the Bible are you getting sun worship from?
Hey, bosshole. You ever heard of a little passage called I am the light, I am the way? And it's not called the Bible, it's called the Bible.
Alright. Let me get this straight. So there are just a whole bunch of dumb sheep puns, and suddenly you're a comedian?
Baadience? Okay, I'll give you some examples though. So if there's a dude who was really named Jan, then I just turn his name into Yarn, but then just keep on telling the history like it happened. And there are like 4 different guys with the name Barnherd because there were just too many Bernards in medieval Germany. But my favorite sheepman name is the one from Melchior Hoffman. Look at him, that little scamp.
Who's Melchior Hoffman?
You just gotta keep an eye out for him. He comes in at the end of the second song, sung by Morton Weather. Like, and if you don't know who that is, just read a blog.
Dude. Listen to me, okay? Nobody, and I mean nobody, is ever going to understand this, okay? Nobody. Zero, zip, nada, zilch, bupkis, nothing.
Yeah, I kinda ought to agree with you, because I'm gonna explain in a video introduction at the beginning of the movie that you're, as the audience, definitely not going to understand everything. So just enjoy the experience, and so if you really want to know what's happening, then you should just read the blog. And at the same time, there's going to be like a really self-aggrandizing picture of half of my face and half of a ram face. Behind it, this gallery is going to fill in the darkness with a timer in the corner saying when the rock opera will actually begin. And also I'm going to pitch up the voices like they do in South Park to make it sound like sheep people are talking. And actually, even in the first song, I'm going to speed up the voices so that it sounds more like... But the rest of it will just be me singing normally, but yeah.
Just play the music. Stop talking about it.
Yeah, okay. But genuinely, this is a lot to listen to. So if anyone is reading, if anyone is listening, thank you. And if you have lice and sheep pride, please like and subscribe. Yeah.
Wow, you really ran that in there last second, huh?
Alright, so let me set the scene one more time.
Imagine, if you will, a holy ritual. A ceremonial bath, though the bathers are not your daily fodder. Bordering between man and beast, standing upright, wearing clothes spun of their own wool, and when in conflict, steel. They know of muskets, they know of riding, and they are a deeply pious lot. Imagine furthermore that there is a rock jutting out some grand height above this pool. One sheepman walks out to its hallowed edge. The General Assembly bathing below gaze up and awe at the golden sheen adorning his horns, at the deep red robes draping to the dusty floor. These regalia are the marks of the Archbaasheep, local leader of the Horned Order. These proceedings fit tightly into a preordained structure. Mother sheep in the waters below turn the gaze of their milking young upward. The young are now cognitively developed enough to understand the story of how their society, and the religion it was founded upon, came to be. The importance laid upon this moment is paramount. Core concepts of morality manifest in the physical world and the quality of when and where the young may be touched by holy water, when and how the adults may too indulge in the earthly delight of washing their matted fur. This story portrays, however absurdly, the consequences which ensue from questioning the seemingly arbitrary tenets of a religion, and ends nested in the same speaker's words. The baas of the Archbaasheep echo off the water's surface. He recants now the backstory of the Sheepoverse. He recants now the backstory of a god one rung below Merino, for that is I, your brothers.
Have you heard the ancient words?